Stop, take a breath, and look around. Is this the life that you really imagine for yourself? Or have you been grinding, chasing, hoping for something that just seems just out of reach? Pringles says, once you pop, you just can't stop. One quick glance at your phone turns into countless hours of doom scrolling. And then you blink and all of a sudden the sun is down and another day has just been wiped away and you are exactly the same spot you are in. But what if the inflection point was different? What if instead of you going through the doom scrolling, you open up your laptop and you invested into your future self? Because the thing is though, you can pay yourself now or you can cost yourself a lot in the future. Or you can stay indebted to your future self, indebted to the factor that you didn't take the guts to move on and do things you wanted to do. Because the thing is here, right? You have to pick your hard. Staying on the couch, eating Doritos and being fat as fuck is hard, but also going out to the gym is hard. So you have to pick your hard. Pick the things that you feel like are the ones that you want to focus on, because what you focus on is what you're going to get. So here's the real question. Will you commit to yourself today? Because in 6 months, that's all it took me to go from being stuck to developing a skill that pays me over $40,000 a month every single month. And it's built me a life that I could not have even dreamt of. And look, I'm not saying this to brag. I say it because I was once where you are. Overthink every decision, comparing myself to others who were a million miles ahead of me, telling myself I don't have what it takes to succeed, listening to that inner voice that tells me I am never going to be good enough, and the people who said I was going to be shit were right, and it kept me where I was. Sound familiar? Here's what I've learned. You're not stuck because you're incapable. You're feeling stuck because fear has a grip on you, because you have a fear of what others may think of you. You have a fear of stepping out of the safe place that you have built in your own head. And here's the truth. Staying in that safe box is the most dangerous place to be. In the movie World War Z, Brad Pitt says, movement is key. If you don't move, then you die. Because if you keep staying where you are, doing the same thing, where do you believe you're gonna be? And more importantly, the version of you that's gonna get to where you wanna go, that's making decisions different, and that's investing into your future self. And it's focusing on what you actually want. So today, right now, we're gonna tackle the fears that have control of you and how I fix them and how you can fix them now. First one, fear of not having enough money outside of your job. That fear keeps you stuck inside the job. The fact that you're scared of it is what keeps you where you are, because you don't think that you have the capability to do it on your own. In fact, your boss, he had that same fear. He went out and did it all on his own, and he has now made it. So why can't you? It's not just the fear of failure. It's the fear of what happens if other people make fun of me. It's the fear of what other people might be thinking. It's the fear of what your mom and dad might be thinking, your uncle, your cousin, whatever. It's that fear that keeps you where you are. And it's the fear of stepping out without any guarantees that you're gonna make it out alive. I'm gonna show you how I conquered it. I built my parachute first. I saved up 2 months of my income, and then that allowed me to cover my bills. I had no night sweats. I wasn't worried. I knew that I had a little bit of a buffer in case something happened. I knew I could go all in for 2 whole months because I knew I could do it. And I started with small margins. What I did was I actually built my skill outside of work. I prioritized going to work from my hours, 8 till 5, 5 till 6 was at the gym. And then from there, all that time was focused on me building my skill set, doing things that were gonna future proof me, rather than me just sitting there and doom scrolling, talking to my girlfriend and being boring as fuck. And I wanted to just prove myself that it works. I didn't want to go all in. I didn't want to become a millionaire. That wasn't my first goal. I just wanted to make $500. That was my first goal. And it was just evidence that this wasn't just a dream. If I could make $500 without my boss telling me what to do, I knew I could do way more. And this is why you need to face your fears, because if you don't give up on this, you will keep trading your time for money, living someone else's dream, fueling someone else's life, and not doing things that you want to do because you succumbed to the factor of you being mediocre, not living the life you actually wanted. And the worst part of all, the part that hits you in the gut, the part that makes me feel scared every single morning, is one day I'll look back and I'll ask myself, what if I just tried? And the good news, this fear is actually a good thing, because this fear of failure means it actually means something to you. It's actually important, and actually you want to see it work. It's just that you're a little bit nervous, but that is your signal. That is your green light. That is the light that you take and you keep moving forward on, because you know it can get you to where you want to go. So you don't have to burn the bridge. You don't have to do anything like that. All you do is take one small step at a time. The bricks will be laid in front of you, and just believe in yourself, because you're always going to feel scared, but use that fear as the thing that's going to help you get to where you want to go. Because imagine you waking up in the morning knowing you were in control of your income, you were in control of your time, and control of the things that you actually wanted. Imagine you actually sat there and invested in yourself, no matter how small it was, just your time or even a couple of dollars, and you actually saw things working the way you want to because you just took the step. So my question to you is, will you stay stuck in fear, or will you take control of your outcomes and start doing things to better yourself now? Fear number 2, not having enough time to learn. The struggle is real. You work long hours, you have a family, you have commitments, you have a life, and you know that you don't have time. You got a to-do list that always grows and it feels like it's ever growing, and you never feel like you're catching up. You never feel like you have enough time. And let's not pretend that you watching Netflix and doom scrolling is going to help you as well. And the thing is that why you feel like you have no time is your life is a constant treadmill of you working for other people, doing things for other people, and putting yourself last. And the thing is, though, it's easy to convince yourself, it's easy to watch these videos and think that you're just gonna all of a sudden be this person that's so amazing and you can live life on your own terms. However, spoiler alert, it doesn't actually come that easy. You have to put in the work, you have to show up, and you have to do things differently to get to the outcomes you want. Now let me explain to you how I made it work and how you can too. I mastered a thing called micro timing. I started to learn things in little bits. Instead of an hour, I put 20 minutes aside. Instead of sitting there on my phone, I just went and read 10 pages of the book. I just did little elements of micro learning rather than me having to do this 10-hour session of learning and putting this mountain of stuff on my shoulders. I just started little bits, which all compounded. There's a saying, a little ripple turns into a tsunami. And instead of listening to music at the gym, I just started listening to podcasts. So I was getting multiple hours of listening to podcasts and listening to people and audiobooks because I just replaced the things that felt good and that felt good right now for the things that paid me in the future. And another way that I actually grew is because I made new friends. Instead of listening to my friends who were going through uni, doing the crap stuff, not doing things that they wanted to do because they were just in the hamster wheel, I swapped my friends for Tony Robbins. I listened to all his books. Robert Kiyosaki, I listened to all his books. I had my conversations with them. I had them in my ear consistently because those were the guys who I wanted to be like. So all I did was replace my friends with them. So waiting for the perfect time, bad news, it doesn't exist. Good news, you don't need it. See, progress doesn't require hours of free time. It requires consistency. Even 15 minutes of intentional effort can add up to a lot. If you're ready, you're happy for life to keep going, you replace small pleasures with things that actually pay you forward, then just keep doing small little bits and they will add up. Now, fear number 3, fear of failure. Now this is a silent thief. It's the one that keeps you enslaved all the time. And let's be honest, it scares all of us. It scares me to this day. You're not alone feeling this way because everybody around you is feeling the exact same. Because we all crave safety. This is a human need. We want to feel safe. We don't want to be neglected by the tribe. Science says that fear only shows up when you're about to step out of your comfort zone because change is the hardest thing in the world. And the thing is though, the fear is what whispers in your ear. What if you fail? What if they are right? What if you are not good enough? But here's the truth. Fear isn't protecting you. It's actually what's holding you hostage. It's keeping you stuck in the place that you are desperate to escape in the first place. Now, let's have a bit of fun. Let me show you how I escaped fear or how I deal with my fear day to day because I still get it. I realized fear isn't the end of the world. It's actually the thing that's going to allow me to get to where I want to go because it's the green light that tells me I'm going in the right direction. So what I did, I focused on small wins. I let go of perfection. I just focused on the small things that let me move forward. Because today's small win is better than the perfect thing that happens tomorrow. And the thing is, tomorrow never actually comes. Every success story was built on a foundation of failure. What I did was I learned from those guys who were ahead of me. I joined a community just like this one. And this is a community of people who are moving ahead, going further. It's completely free and you can join it down below. And what you'll learn is you won't be alone. The growth is in numbers, the growth is in the people. And when you're seeing people who are moving a couple of steps ahead of you, you know that you have wind in your sails to move forward with them rather than just be left behind, and you don't want that FOMO. So let me ask you this, what's worse? Facing your fears, doing something uncomfortable, and embracing discomfort for the first time in your life, or staying where you are, uncomfortable, and knowing that as you go another 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, 2 years from now, you're in the same spot, uncomfortable, and with things consistently getting worse because everyone else is moving forward without you. And you have a choice to make. This is a choice where you can do things differently. You can have more control and you have more freedom in the life that you can choose. You can take a step, and as a friend, I can tell you the world is not going to end and your life is going to stay exactly the same. The only thing you're going to feel is a lot more confident in yourself. Now, number 4, are online courses even real, or is it just like swiping right on Tinder and not knowing what's going to happen? Let's be honest, trusting your online profile, you don't know what's going to happen. You don't know who they are and you have zero trust if they can even help you. I get it. I felt exactly the same way. Now let's look at this. Why do you think it's a scam? Why do you have to be skeptical about everything in the world? You know why? I get it. because there's a guy out there on a boat saying he made 100K overnight while sipping pina coladas with a girl in a bikini in the back. I completely understand that. And he's telling you that you can buy a new car and having this dream life by just pressing spacebar, sitting on the couch, eating Doritos, and hopefully you're gonna make some internet money. He's making it sound so good to be true that I get it. I think that's weird too. And look, here's the thing. I'm outside next to my pool, not because I'm showing off, because I have to, because my doctor practically staged an intervention me, telling me that if I don't go outside and get some sun, I'm basically gonna turn into a house plant with Wi-Fi. So how can you tell the good from the bad? Swipe left on the poses. Swipe left on the people that are sitting there talking about all the fancy shit that makes no sense. Swipe left on the guys who are showing you that only the good shit. And here's the thing, you don't have to go hard. You can test it, you can go small. Check the little communities, like the community that I have here. You can join it. And it's just a small community. You don't have to pay for anything. You just join in, you get help, you get mentorship, you get around people you like that are like you. And you can see if these people are the real deal without putting your wallet on the line. And this is why I don't want you to miss out. Here's the truth. The right course, the right person, the right system, that's what pays you the dividends. The thing is though, you gotta do your research. You gotta trust your gut, and you gotta get ready to match with the results that you've been waiting for. So to sum this all up, I've been exactly where you are. As a remote closer, I've learned that there are some people out there who are going to take advantage of you. There's some people who really care about you, and there's some people who just want to show you that there is a way that you can live life on your own terms. And I've helped hundreds of people achieve financial freedom. I'm going to give you Tristan, for example. Just after 3 months of working with me, he's on 15K a month, living life on his own terms, doing things the way he wanted. He just flew in from Bali. He's leaving for the US in 2 months. And don't take my word from it. There's countless testimonials I have and case studies to show you that it's all real. And to make it risk-free, you can join the community completely for free, and there's zero cost to you. So overall, I just shared you exactly how I have overcome my fears, how you can too, and the 4 fears that have held me captive for many years, and how I was able to break free from them. And here's the truth, and here's the honest truth we got to have together at the end of this. Are you willing to step out of the comfort that you're feeling and embrace discomfort for a little bit? Because in 30 days from now, you'll either be 30 days older and in the same position, or 30 days closer, learning skills, getting to where you want to go, and having the freedom that you want. So the choice is yours. You got to take the first step. If you want to join my community, join the community below. It's completely free, and be there to help you all the way through. Like, subscribe, and comment below. This is your wake-up call. Do not let this opportunity pass by you one more day.